Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the protein myth and why you don't actually need as much protein as everybody says that you do.
Common myth today is that we need 1.7 to 2.2 grams per pound of body weight. And that's way too much protein because, first of all, the sources where we're getting this protein, well, where we're supposedly supposed to get this protein from, like animal products, that's not even bioavailable protein to the human body, because the human body, the chemistry and just the biology of it is meant to uptake only living plant foods, and the protein from animals just isn't good for us. It causes inflammation and it causes acidity in the body, which actually blocks the absorption of more nutrients and protein because our guts are out of balance and there's blockages in our intestines that's holding us back from absorbing the nutrients from our food, protein included.
When you're eating a high animal product based diet, your digestion and your nutrient utilization is not optimal. So that means even if you're taking in 300 or 400 grams of protein every day, you're not actually absorbing all of that protein because your gut simply can't process it in your body. The more animal protein that you eat, actually the more it causes inflammation within the body, which just perpetuates more chronic illness and disease along the way. And actually the higher consumption of animal products, it increases your risk of all chronic illnesses really, but cancer, diabetes, and heart disease, just to name a few of them. Yeah, and that's just due to the inflammation, the increased inflammation within the body when you consume these products, because they're not biologically meant for our bodies to consume. So therefore, when we consume them, our bodies kind of treat it like a foreign substance, and it creates mucus and different things to protect itself from the different reactions that are going on after you eat these foods.
That's completely right. And you may wonder, like, hey, like, I need to eat protein and I get it from an animal source. It's actually really barbaric to think that you need to eat another animal's protein to get protein for ourselves, because the body metabolizes it, and it's just not the case. So proof of this is, look at the biggest, strongest animals in nature, like gorillas and rhinoceroses and giraffes. They're all plant-based and they get their protein from raw plants. So like she said, our bodies don't take that kind of protein and use it for good. It actually harms our body. It actually damages the body when we put in animal proteins, especially when we're cooking it, because then you cook out the nutrients and all said protein anyway, so you're just getting like a hunk of burnt flesh that's hard for the body to digest. Is dried out because the HCO is cooked out of it, and it really just puts a big burden on the body, and that toxic waste stays in there. Like, anybody that's eating animal products are most likely constipated. Like, once a day is not enough, and animal products just stay in there and they create disease in the long run. So we need to learn that we can get all our protein from plants.
And you may be wondering how that is and how the animals, the big animals, produce their muscle mass from solely eating plants. This is because all the protein is just a string of amino acids. That's all it is. And so that means that every plant food contains a more bioavailable form of protein, because it has better forms of amino acids, and better as in less inflammatory forms of amino acids. Every plant food has protein in it, different variations of protein, and the highest forms of protein are going to be, like, we'll just give you the best forms of protein you can get as a raw vegan or even just a plant-based person. Sprouted chickpeas, lentils, and other legumes are going to be really high in protein, as well as hemp seeds and leafy greens. Other kinds of sprouts have protein too, just not as much as the sprouted chickpeas and legumes. And then really it's just down to the vegetables and the fruit. They all have protein as well. Even watermelon has protein. You just have to make sure that you're eating a large amount and a large variety of different plant foods in order to hit your protein goals.
Now that you know everything in the plant world has protein in it, maybe we can ditch the animal protein and help our bodies heal and get better by only feeding it protein from live plant sources. Everything contains protein. We don't need as much as what they recommend. They probably recommend so much because people aren't absorbing it, so they keep saying, hey, let's pump more and more in, but it's actually not working. It's not doing what people want it to do. It's it's not even being used by our body like we think it is. So we need to clean our guts out, get the absorption up, and then just get all our protein from plants, and you really won't even need as much. You just eat a balance and you're gonna be fine.
If this message has resonated with you at all, or you just want to learn more about the plant-based diet or the raw vegan diet, we have a free masterclass for you. It is a 6-day masterclass that comes with a 30-page ebook that you can kind of go through and read on when you're waiting for your next lessons to come in. So yeah, we would love for you to grab our masterclass and let us know what you think.